Hey there, folks. Welcome to What Are We Reading? I'm Llytic.
I'm Ichi-Tan.
Jess.
And we are continuing, finally, with the saga of Sir Sam because it's less painful than Sonic High School.
Yeah.
It's my first
That's
neckbeard.
how bad this is.
Let's
is
see
that
how this goes.
Oh,
neckbeards
yep.
are less painful than that story.
Oh, yeah, this is your first neckbeard.
My first neckbeard.
It's like a rite of passage.
Oh, with this channel, definitely.
But yes, this is like the Sir Sam saga. It's written by Lady Saber. And we are on Sir Sam the Chivalrous Tries to Academic Part 1, or Why Playing Dumb is Easier Than Playing Smart. Very true.
Mm.
Then again, apparently I'm not very good at playing dumb, according to people I work with.
You try to, and then something catches your attention, and it kind of ruins it, because then you go into, like, major nerd mode. It's adorable.
It's like, I'm a flighty dipshit, but apparently I'm a smart flighty dipshit.
Job.
So wrap your fucking head around that one. Let's start off. No, stop eating these goldfish, and I'll start us off. Hello, everyone. Lady Saber here, back with the 14th installment of Sir Sam the Chivalrous. For those of you new readers, this story will make no sense without starting at the beginning. Grab some Doritos and strap in, because you'll be there for a while.
Oh, dear God. Why did it scroll all the way down to the bottom? What the hell's wrong with my mouse? Give me a second.
How did you...
My mouse got weird. Player 1 is me, Lady Saber, from the land of always winter. I'm on a sundress kick, finally almost at home in the scorching 100% humidity that is the American South. Excuse me.
Player 2 is still somehow Sir Sam, our scandaled, smooth-cheeked friend Zone, but Zone is hyphenated, kind of friend zone, I guess. Any weather is perfect weather for cargo shorts and sandals. Sam has grown out his hair during the summer as a shield from the dangers of the outdoors. So wait, perfect weather is cargo shorts and sandals. Any weather.
Yep.
Neckbeard attire, cargo shorts, and flip-flops. Or not flip-flops. Like, they're probably like fucking Birkenstocks.
Yeah, probably.
The worst of the sandals.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dad sandals.
Oof.
This is coming from someone where if I'm not going places, I just wear flip-flops outside. Like, that was the whole thing all of last summer. It was like, I didn't need to go places, so I'm watering the trees, I'm walking the dogs, I'm doing that shit in flip-flops. I ended up with a tan line on my feet.
Well, my only pair of shoes is one pair of tennis shoes. Woo!
I suddenly flash back. Was it... Yeah, I was talking to you, Ichi-Tan, like when we were playing Animal Crossing, and you were like, I only have one pair of shoes. And I was like, really? I have like 12.
Oh yeah, I've gotten more now that like
yeah,
the clothing store and everything's opened.
I bought a pair of sandals to go with my several kimonos.
Yep.
I have one pair of shoes, and it's the same shoes I've had since freshman year of high school.
Mood.
I really need to go shopping. That's so
How did you get your shoes to last that long?
I honestly have some shoes that I've had since like middle school.
I have issues where, like literally what'll happen with some of them is that I'll end up with a hole worn on the top because like my fucking pointer toe keeps hitting it.
Excuse me.
As well as usually like the soles end up just getting ground down to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the lifespan for most of my shoes is typically about like year and a half, 2 years. Then again, I also walk a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Player 3 is Mr. Teacher, my English teacher. This is the same Mr. Teacher who taught English the previous year, as well as hosted Go Club. Oh yeah, that's right. They were playing Go like before.
Yep.
It's not uncommon for teachers, especially of advanced placement students, to follow a cohort from year 9 to year 12. We're good friends. He's a bro and well aware of Sam's chivalry.
Mm.
Not exactly sure what a code of honor in regards to fighting has to do with how you treat women, but you know.
Yep. This tale begins at the beginning of the next school year. Towards the end of the summer, John and I had a huge fight that left us in that we're not really broken up, but also not together space while we handle our problems like grown-ups by not speaking to each other. Mood.
Fun.
First day of lunch. The first days of lunch are always awkward. None of the clubs are open. None of the upperclassmen have off-campus lunch passes yet. And none of the freshmen have any idea what the fuck they're supposed to do.
I don't think I ever figured that out. I'm gonna be real with you.
The indoor lunchroom is a... I'm gonna slaughter that word.
Cacophonous.
Yeah, that word. Because I know how my tongue works. I will slaughter that word. And I don't want to be called out.
Phrasing.
Echo chamber.
She knows how her tongue works.
Shush! You're not helping, Ichi. You just had to say that. You just had to point that out. This is why I'm glad I'm not using a face cam. Anyway.
We should probably bring that back at some point.
No. You don't need to see my embarrassed face. Anyway.
Our banter game was on point when we had the face cam.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Echo chamber of... Oh my goodness.
Angst.
Yes, I'm laughing at myself. Of angst and hormones. While the outdoor courtyard is empty because it is raining. My group of friends have been boxed out of a table, so we pack tightly in a circle against the wall. How many kids are in this school?
Well, again, like they said earlier, it's everyone there because none of the upperclassmen are able to go off campus for lunch yet. And the outyard courtyard, like it's raining outside, so no one can have lunch outside either.
Mm.
So everyone's stuck inside.
That had a small class for one thing, and for another thing, when I was an upperclassman, we were allowed off campus. I just stayed on campus and ate in the library. Because that's me.
Soon enough,
I stayed on campus because I didn't have my license. And we also lived out in the middle, like our school was outside of city limits, and so there really wasn't much available for us to go off campus for lunch, so they didn't really even allow it.
I brought my own lunches because I never had the money to buy them.
brought my own lunches, and then my grandparents put like emergency money on my account, so like I could like buy like say I didn't have time to eat breakfast before I left, and then I could have like breakfast, or like if I stayed the night at a friend's house, then like I had food. It's because if I didn't pack my own lunch, kind of thing.
Soon enough, I spot Sam and his brony cronies.
Mm.
They've just exited the lunch line and are standing around shoving each other uncertainly, the way boys do when they aren't sure what happens next. Do guys do that?
Yeah.
You're asking two girls.
No, it's definitely a straight guys TM kind of moment.
It's like, hell, in high school, despite the fucking way that I was, I had more female friends than I did male friends. So, I really don't know. I think it's because there was that period of time when I was in high school when I was really small and cute. And then I just elongated.
I'm gonna bite my tongue.
I
swear it's just
no.
about my chin.
You know me too well. It's all jokes.
God
It's
damn
all
it.
jokes, my dear.
You alright there?
I fucked up.
What'd you do?
I accidentally sold my Gothic mirror.
Are you playing Animal Crossing?
No.
Well, then now I have more questions.
Anyway.
Particularly how you accidentally sold something outside of Animal Crossing.
Fuck you, that's how. Oh yeah, I can make one of those.
It is your line, by the way. Sam spots.
Yeah, Sam spots me too and tries to herd his group in my direction the same way one might herd feral cats with a feather duster. While it's loud in the lunchroom, I can still pick up a bit of the conversation.
Herding when you circle around the animals to get them to stay in one place.
Well, no, it's directing animals to go in a direction.
I guess that's another way of thinking of it, but I think of the other way of it. Maybe I'm just weird. Anyway,
typically,
not gonna. What?
I was gonna say, typically it's a whole thing of like you're directing the animal's movement. So it could be getting them to stay in a specific spot, or you could be driving them towards a certain area.
It's just perspective. Like, technically we're both correct, but I just think of it a little differently than you.
Yes.
Anyway. Not gonna fuck sitting girls.
Well, I would hope not.
At least let them stand up first. Alright. Way, dude. Gay.
Oh yes, way do gay.
Hey fellas, is it gay to eat lunch with women?
Yes.
Bad for dates.
So where do you take you on a date? Oh, the school cafeteria.
Let's see. Is it my cooties? I've been to a specialist about that. They're not contagious.
You say that, but
I mean, it's not Sonic's weird scaly balls.
I know herpes when I see it.
Oh,
Hmm.
Sam's fedora fashion eventually followed. I told you would laugh at me. Eventually follows his lead, while his group tries to ignore ours existed. And we try to ignore their smell. Sam and I are practically shoulder to shoulder.
Fedora Faction could be like the fucking name of a gang in like a fucking Scott Pilgrim type story. That's all I'm gonna say.
Think of it like that, but yeah.
Hey, Lady Saber.
Made me bring out my weird voice to try and match yours.
Are you gonna try and do a neckbeard voice?
It's not really neckbeard, it's been described as Schmeagol. I've already showed you the voice.
I'm just imagining Schmeagol in a fucking fedora.
Do you want that? Or I can talk like my normal self that I've been talking.
It depends on whether or not you want to do voices. Ichi-Tan?
Anyways. I think it's your line.
I said my line.
He said hey lady. So
Oh.
you're on the...
I shove a bite of food into my mouth, so I'll have an excuse not to talk. I just wave. Sam continues staring at me while he cracks open an overfull lunchbox. Thanks, Mom. And a Dr. Pepper that could only be described as American sized.
Thanks.
Well.
Thanks.
How do people eat that much during a school lunch? It's like maybe 30 minutes of like time you have to eat if you factor in like talking to people.
I can't. I'm trying. I can't focus too much on recording to do it. Because everything fedora.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to. I like your dress, ladies.
That is terrifying. I love it.
I think that's more of Stitch than it is Smeagol.
I've been told it's Schmeagol, and I've been told it's Stitch. It's both of those, is what I've been told by different people. It's either Stitch or Schmeagol. So.
Wow.
Is looking at me like a kid in the museum who really wants to touch the art.
Don't touch the yard. Whoop. Something. It sounded like someone was about to say something.
No, I just read ahead a little bit and I'm dying inside.
I hate being talked to when my mouth is full. As I go for another bite, Sam says,
Keep going.
Forced giggle MP3. There's my line, guys.
Huh? For fuck's sake! I'm eating a banana. I shoot back a well-practiced withering stare and put the fruit down. Sam adjusts himself nervously and opens the first container in his lunch. I've never understood the idea of someone just casually eating a banana being sexual. Because let me tell you, the stuff they're doing to that banana is not something I want happening to me. Far too much teeth. Am I audible?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I don't. What? Like a popsicle's one thing. But I've never seen anyone unintentionally eat a banana in a sexy way.
Sadly been scarred. So. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
The smell of stale pasta sauce takes me back.
Sam starts a shoveling like a Canadian, asking me around 2 mouthfuls for the price of 1 what classes I'm taking this semester. I don't respond.
Take a look at mine. Sam holds out his schedule for me to examine. Yes, I could have done Stitch voice, but I didn't feel like it because it's hard focusing.
Yeah. Generally if someone doesn't respond to, like, questions, you don't keep going. Just generally.
That's it and go on.
I just want to eat Sam.
For those of you taking notes, what I really meant by that was I want to see your schedule up close. Sam holds the paper higher and closer until it's clear he's going to press it against my nose. The whole time he's giggling to himself as this is the single funniest joke in the world. With that, I put my earbuds and shuffle my angry playlist. Bring Me the Horizons, It Never Ends, has some fitting lyrics.
Angie.
Hey, are you okay?
I've said it once.
I'm fine, Sam.
You sure? You seem mad about something.
I've said it twice.
I said, I'm fine.
It just seems like...
I've said it 1,000 fucking times.
Sam, I just want to eat, okay?
Actually, kind of like a little clever use of lyrics there.
Yep.
He turns his attention to his friends for the rest of lunch. And when the bell rings, we go our separate ways, seeing none of each other for the rest of the day. We share no classes, don't cross paths. Life is good, right?
If only. 2 days later, Sam strides into my AP English class and eyes me with a shit-eating grin.
Wait.
Hey, Lady Saber. he declares triumphantly, plopping down into the seat next to me. Oh dear. I just saw this line. Oh boy.
I got myself switched into this class. Honors was going to be way too easy. Those people are on a lower level. You know, upstairs.
Sam, you're dwelling in the fucking basement, quite literally and metaphorically. My recent Google searches are really weirdly affecting my ads because I just got an advertisement for a crossover between Adidas and Lego.
Interesting.
They're shoes with a Lego print on the bottom.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yes, a Lego tread. I wasn't expecting this.
The bell. Mr. Teacher rises from his desk to take attendance. He starts at seeing Sam. Most of us were all the same English class together last year, as well as the year before.
Sam, I don't see you on my roster.
I just got switched in here from honors level. He slouches back into the chair like a boy king who's just ascended the Iron Throne. Oh.
Hopefully he dies.
Oh, okay. Mr. Teacher glances at me and catches the look of depression on my face. Would you mind sliding up into this seat for me? There is one other empty seat in the whole classroom, and it is still only 2 rows in front of me. But beggars can't be choosers.
Well, at least this teacher's able to read the room. What? Why? Sam whines.
It'll help me take attendance.
I'm already sitting here. Mr. Teacher doesn't respond, but the look on his face gives a very strong, I'm not asking again vibe, and Sam quickly caves, saunters to his new seat, grumbling to himself.
Yeah, that's right, bitch. Mr. Teacher dives into the lesson, and as he goes through the text, Sam turns to look at me repeatedly, always playing it off by checking the clock. You know, I guess that is the level of smoothness that I should expect from a teenager. Smooth as sandpaper.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the fucking shark?
It's not long before we're given a short writing assignment. The prompt is, what period in history or setting in a work of fiction would you travel to and why? I'm sure you're all totally stumped on my topic of choice.
Given 20 minutes, the idea is to write, getting ideas on paper without being bogged down in editing or stressed over minor details. I hammered out a page and a half before time is up. Mr. Teacher calls on a few students to read out loud, and soon enough, it's my turn.
Yellow palms are sweaty, knees weak, accent heavy. There's vomit in my sweater already. Damn spaghetti.
I've got a lot written.
First paragraph is fine.
If I stumbled, Strumble. Holy shit. Is that the first dyslexic mistake
Strumbling,
I've had in any of the
strumbling.
recording today? Or did I think I had one during Sonic. Anyway, if I stumble, tripping over anything that starts with an H, I didn't expect to read, so I'm more than a little self-conscious using the word Westeros out loud. I finish, sit and lock eyes with Sam, who's locked eyes with my waist, still slouching with an arm draped over the back of his chair.
That was bad, he says with a chuckle. Oh, really, bitch?
He's even bad at negging.
No one laughs. A few of my classmates raise their hand and give me ideas or corrections to make.
Sam, let's hear what you got, Mr. Teacher says with an amiable smile. Amiable? Ambien?
No, I didn't write much.
Go quick. Come on. Mr. Teacher is not the type to take no as an answer from students. Well,
I didn't write much. Sweet, it won't take long. Sam frets at his seat before rising to read. I transcribed his first paragraph in shorthand, and it's still in my English notebook. Oh my fucking god, he did not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He did.
No.
In history, there is a single day that changed the United States. During this time, the sleeping military giant, who was not ranked that high, went on a course to become the most powerful nation for its time. That day, the day that the Pearl Harbor was bombed, is the day that I would like to go back to.
You want to go back to a national tragedy?
Oh my god, it's getting worse. It's gonna get no. It got worse. It got worse.
It got worse?
Oh yeah.
Man straight up said, I want to go back to a national tragedy.
Yeah, it gets worse.
Whose line is it?
It's just
Okay.
This class counts college English credit. You, dear reader, may make of this what you will.
Like, there's also the fact that just isn't a very well-written paper at all. But Oy. The room is quiet. Mr. Teacher is still indecipherable. Thank you, Sam. For homework, hash out your first paragraph and thesis statement. We'll go over them tomorrow.
as we leave to the tone of the bell, Sam catches up with me. Yeah, you see what I mean now. You see what I mean now, right?
Yeah. Hey, Lady Saber, what's a thesis? There we go. There we have it.
How? Bitch, how the fuck you gonna take an AP English class and not know what a fucking thesis statement is?
It goes to this person other than trying to be a little intuitive and actually try and look it up on the internet. No, let's
Look it up.
just
Ask the teacher.
let's just ask the student that apparently doesn't like us giving them attention or anything and wants nothing to do with us.
Bitch boy probably thinks that she's being a tsundere or some shit. But you see, a thesis statement is something that is very important if you were ever going to do any writing ever. Regardless
Luckily,
of what you are writing, there is a thesis present.
Yeah.
In fiction or like nonfiction or any stories like that, it is often, it can sometimes be unintentional, but there is still some sort of like overall guideline that this is what this is trying to tell you.
To write a paper since high school, though. That was super English forward because I took all my English classes back in high school.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think my chest is cramping up. Like, like the fucking pectoral attachment for my left arm is suddenly very, very sore. Ow.
That's terrifying.
It's my turn. We're on the next part. What?
Nothing.
You're saying? Huh? Okay. On Sir Sam the Chivalrous Tries to Lifting, or How I Almost Became a Quadriplegic. Which, you two have those open or no?
Yes. Oh, fuck.
Careful now. Ow, I'm paid. Ow. Hurts to laugh. Story number 15, coming at you live. Trigger warning for major cringe content and Russell Jimmies. New readers start here.
Edited for Freedom Units.
I don't exactly understand much of this meters or kilograms.
I'm going to rehash our players' descriptions.
Player 1 is me, Lady Saber, 17 at the time, 1 year into my 2-year exchange program from Belgium. That's where she's from.
Yeah, it was like somewhere around there.
You know, one of those European countries. I'm very short and very blonde. A lifelong fencer and neckbeard smoosh. My coaches recommend a weightlifting regime to help break through some plateaus in training, so John and I pick it up together. At the time of this tale, we've been lifting weights together for about 6 months.
Player 2 is John, my swole mate. A good old boy with a temper and dry sense of humor. Despite also being an athlete, he's never done much serious lifting. As a 5 feet 10 inches manlet, he's made real gains during our 6 months in the gym. He pushes me almost as hard as I push him.
Player 3 is Sir Sam, the whitest and most chivalrous knight of all the land, often mistaken for Shamu. Typically wears cargo shorts, the wrong kind of graphic tee, and sandals. His adiposity, probably I'm saying that wrong, has
I think that's
doomed
about
him,
the right pronunciation.
maybe, has doomed him to a baby face and his squeaky voice could make a DW40 commercial. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. The fedoras, remarkably, have become rare. Definitely does not lift anything heavier than a cheeseburger. Wow. Making him an expert in all things gem.
Clearly. Ow. Okay, pain's wearing off. Holy shit. There will be a lot of fitness terminology tossed around here, and I will try to define it throughout, but if something is confusing, just ask in the comments.
This story takes place a few weeks after the previous. John and I are doing better. Lifting together helps. My fencing gym, a small part of a much larger complex, has a large weight/machine room. So John and I go 3 days a week after school. Because I'm paying for fencing, the gym access is free, and John gets in cheap for having a student ID.
Lucky.
At lunch, I sit with a small group in the library to work on a project, which mostly involves chatting in the presence of open books. Sam has followed me here, but what else is new? Our table is quite out of the way, so we can't get close or stay close without being, I would say suspicious, but they've said
Conspicuous.
Conspicuous. My brain is hitting a wall. I would
Basically,
say
conspicuous
suspicious.
is just very obviously there.
Yeah, I would just straight up say suspicious. That's just me.
Different meaning word. I think it would be closer more to like overt.
Instead, he opts for the stealthier option, walking back and forth nearby while constantly dropping things. It's like watching James Bond after a traumatic brain injury.
Why is he dropping things? Barbell. A standard 2 kilogram, 2.2 meter, 45 burgers and 7 feet long Olympic bar used for exercises involving 2 hands. Looks like this. Center portion is knurled to provide better grip.
When he keeps
No, I feel
dropping things,
slightly.
I think of Legally Blonde, the bend and snap.
Are you telling me Sir Sam's trying to do the bend and snap?
Yes.
You know, not enough guys do the bend and snap.
Hey, guys can work it too.
Yeah. Like, it's... I'm sorry, I'm just imagining just like dude in a bar like flirting with some girl and like accidentally accidentally pretends to like accidentally drop something and just like fucking full on bends over in front of her and snaps back up. Come on, guys, let's make this happen.
Yeah, I got lost.
Your line starts with that afternoon, and I was going to make a comment about the fact that she translated kilograms into burgers.
That afternoon, my host mother drives me straight from school to the gym. I change into my workout clothes and start on the squat rack, warming up with just the bar. As I'm finishing my last rep, Sam strides up behind me in the mirror and taps my shoulder.
Oh.
Hey, Lady Saber.
I feel the color drain from my face as I re-rack the bar.
I didn't know you came here. I thought you just fenced. Ugh, brain.
Never seen you here before either, Sam. I take a moment to examine his get-up. Fingerless gloves, mid-calf socks, running shoes, and a warning if zombies chase us, I'm tripping you shirt with short jean shorts. He's also carrying a big gulp large enough to bludgeon an elephant. Okay.
I mean, they do make fingerless gloves for workouts, but I don't think this is the kind that he's wearing. Like, I actually own a pair of fingerless gloves that are like supposed to be used as used for workouts. And I really doubt that's the kind this guy is going with. Why? Who brings a big gulp? Like, who brings a fucking massive ass soft drink to like the fucking gym?
The same idiot who filled his water canteen with soda on a hiking trip.
Just a fucking camelback full of fucking soda. While I'm here practically all the time.
Really? I've never seen you.
Yeah, I don't come here after school when it's all crowded like this. I come in the morning.
Before school?
Yeah.
At 6 a.m.
Yeah. Anyways, are you only doing that with just the bar? He laughs. Aren't you gonna add any weights? Come on, even I can.
I'm just warming up, I reply, turning on my heels towards the weight tree.
Oh my god. No. I just...
Sam dives in front of me, grabbing hold of a kettlebell and a resistance band.
Do not hang a kettlebell off the barbell.
That's foreshadowing, mister. We haven't read that yet. Shame on you.
It's pretty obvious as soon as he picks up the kettlebell like that that's what he's going for. I shouldn't have to explain that. Don't worry, Lady Saber. I've got it for you.
What are you doing with those, Sam?
You were going to add weight, right? You tie this around and hang it on each side. Duh.
No, you don't. What? I ignore him, walking to the opposite side of the bench press and put a 10 kilogram, 25 burgers, plate off the weight tree.
Oh, it works too. Not the way I do it, but whatever. Sam says, dropping the kettlebell on the floor and scampering to me, making to wrestle the weight from my hands. I can get that for you.
I got it.
Oh. Oh, this is just... Alright, so it's good to know that apparently, like, the easiest way to, like, just immediately piss me off is terrible exercise etiquette.
Hey.
Because I got it. He's like... Wait, no. Is I got it my line, or was that just...
No.
Okay.
What? You're on,
What?
you sure?
Okay. You sure? You sure? It looks heavy for you, he says, as I raise it to chest height and load it onto the bar.
Get the other one. He proclaims, power walking back to the weight tree, grabbing a 15-kilogram, 35 burgers plate, and heaving it back over to the squat rack.
That's not the right weight, Sam.
Boy! What? Oh shit. Why didn't you tell me which one to grab? He squeals. I retrieve a 10-kilogram weight, a 10-kilogram plate, while he unloads the 15-kilogram and lays it on the floor.
Sam, would you put it back where you got it?
Sam, what? Why are you doing this? Say how didn't his mom ever teach him, but literally the next is what? Why? Because mom isn't here mostly.
Oh, so it's a tripping hazard.
In my head was like, what? Your may not teach you to put things back where you found them.
It's a safety hazard in a place full of heavy weights. Why would you? Fine, I'll get it.
No. I'll get it for you, don't worry.
Consider approaching the rack when I spot Sam in my peripheral staring at me. Nope, no way am I about to make a deposit to the wank bank. Okay. I backpedal to the opposite wall and sink into the bench seat. Sam's disappointment is palpable.
People do not go to the gym to be ogled, Sam. Fucking creep. What's wrong?
I'm resting.
But you've hardly done anything.
You rest between sets, Sam. He stares back blankly.
Finally, John arrives, striding through the double doors and up to me. Sam is suddenly overcome with a great thirst, beating a hasty retreat to the water fountain. Right?
That boy was already thirsty. Hey, I taste pennies. Fun.
Where the fuck have you been?
Well, I didn't want to get here early and spoil y'all's date or nothing.
Would you be a dear and fetch me a cyanide pill?
I'm gonna go change out. I hope you two can make it work. He seems like the one for you. John pokes my nose with a playful, straight face before turning to leave for the lockers. Before long, he's back, and we start our workout together. I was hoping to set a new personal record, squatting 1 PL8 today, but as I finish my warm-up sets, with Sam still lurking nearby, my heart isn't in it.
All I have in my brain right now is the Castiel boop. Boop. It's completely monotone. 1 PL8. 120 kilogram plate on each side of the bar, totaling 60 kilograms or 135 burgers.
Person with burgers.
Freedom units.
John and I switched to the bench.
System.
John and I switched to the bench press, taking turns lifting and spotting each other between motivational insults. Sam orbits nearby, watching me and repeating whatever John says.
Come on, babe. You fucking got this. Push, push, push.
Yeah, Lady Saber, you got this. Push, push, push.
Overhead presses follow, then pull-ups. With each set, Sam drifts further and further away, starting at the dumbbell rack and ending far out of sight among the machines, leaving a trail of scattered gear in his wake.
Why do you... Stop.
Eventually, we split apart. John works on curls and a few other accessory lifts, while I find a treadmill. Seeing an opportunity, Sam trips over himself to get on the treadmill next to me, hurriedly punching the buttons until it starts moving in a waddling pace. I fall into a rhythm of about 4.5 minutes per kilometer, 7 minutes per mile.
I think that's about right, yeah.
Trying to enjoy the rush of blood to my head and ignore the smell of sweaty Doritos.
Sam is determined to impress Milady with a feat of alpha male physical support. Physical superiority, upping his pace to a gentle jog. The thumping of his feet tips the Richter scale.
So, pant. Had a good huff. Workout, wheeze.
Yes?
Said yes.
Oh, you did say your line? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, you did say it, though. Within 2 minutes, Sam's sweating enough to be in a Gatorade commercial and asks if I want to take a break. I don't respond, but he pushes on for another 60 seconds before quitting, panting something about hydration. Well, I guess you lost some water weight at least.
John stops by before leaving, changed and freshly showered. He offers to babysit, but I'm almost finished myself. He gives me a possessive goodbye kiss with an arm wrapped around my waist. Sam doesn't rejoin me at the treadmill.
Slightly less than half an hour, I finish and head for the lockers, pausing by the weight room. Know what? Screw it. I rest for a spell before warming up once more with the bar, and then loading directly a 1 PL8.
Oh boy. Like, wow, I wish I could say word right. Like a glitchy arcade whack-a-mole, Sam reappears at a jiffy, sulking in the distance to watch the show. What? The fact that he's just back? Hate it. I hate it. I take a deep breath, get under the bar, and unrack the weight. It's heavy, but not unmanageable. I lower, riding it to the ground, watching in the mirror as my hips drop below my knees, exhaling slowly as I push back up. 1. Again. 1. 1. Again, down, and again, up. 2. Fuck, I'm doing it. Down, up, 3.
Sam's inching closer, arms crossed, turning in circles occasionally, starting to sheepishly cheer me on.
No.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
Down, up. My quads are screaming through number 4 and I feel my knees wobble. One more, come on. Now or never.
Yay! Go, Lady Saber! Sam cheers as I lower for number 5. It's now or never. He seizes the opportunity, and with a hearty go get him, he smacks my ass.
I suppress a scream, leaning forward in shock. As I stand, the barbell clangs against the underside of the catches on the rack. My eternal savior springs to my aid, circling to the left to lift one side of the bar into place. This throws me off balance, and the angle causes the bar to slide sidelong off my shoulders. I tumble sideways until the bar slams to the ground, and I crumple to my knees under the weight.
I.
Oh shit,
fucking kill
sorry,
someone.
Lady Saber. I was just trying.
You do not. What the fuck? Now I really scream. Can't find English words, but French pours out like molten iron. Just go fuck yourself, you useless fucking idiot. Get the fuck away from me. The back of my neck feels like it's been set on fire. I've drawn the attention of everyone in our area code, and one of the personal trainers sprints over, frantically hoisting the bar off my spine.
Ma'am, are you alright?
I will kill someone.
Nod, curling my arms around my head, tears hot against my face, while Sam blubbers mindlessly.
I don't know what happened. She just fell and the bar slid. And
I saw exactly what happened, buddy. Stay right there.
The PT talks me. I think it's supposed to be take, but talks me off the floor and walks me to the medic while blood sheets down my back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, like, there is just blood going down her back.
Yeah. I don't know if sheets is the right word, but okay.
I mean,
Sam?
if it is just, like...
It is the right word, because what she's saying is basically, like, the bar caught her in such a way that it essentially
It is
ripped off a
all
layer of
across her.
skin across her
Yeah.
back. So blood is literally just pouring down her back in
Yeah,
sheets.
it is just like a solid sheet of blood going down her back. Also, she, like, as has been previously, like, established, English isn't her first language, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting in the last 2 chapters of this, so I don't know much anyway.
Yeah. Oh, fucking...
Trails grimly. He sits paralyzed in the office, getting chewed out by the trainer while the gym's medic patches me up and writes an incident report.
While the wound was a mess, it was mostly superficial and healed without scarring. Sam never admitted it, but he was... Oh, that's banned. Okay. He was banned from the gym and all of their subsidiaries.
He should be.
This isn't the first time he's put her in the fucking hospital.
Mm-hmm. She's got a nasty scar on her face now because of this motherfucker.
Yeah, the fencing incident. Because, yeah, let's just fucking swing around a fucking fencing foil.
Llytic being triggered.
Simply put, if you were doing any sort of like thing that could be considered strenuous exercise, if you were not following the proper safety procedures, people can get killed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is how you die of dehydration while camping. Or like while hiking. This is how you fucking paralyze someone. This is how you take someone's fucking eye out. Like, ugh. You do not fucking endanger yourself and others like this. Ugh. Anyway, that is the end of the Sir Sam saga. We've reached the end of this one. There's no more.
That's sad.
Don't worry though, because there is an entire subreddit of people like this. Not all of them put people in the hospital, luckily.
Yeah.
Anyway, special thank you to our patrons, Andre D, Summer Moon Soldier, and Destiny Baird for supporting us. If you like what we do and like to support us in any way, consider going down to that link. Pledging any amount of money you want, really. If you don't want to, or simply cannot, that's cool. The usual YouTube stuff. Liking, commenting, sharing. Interaction helps. And with that, I'm Llytic.
I'm Ichi-Tan.
Jess.
And this has been What Are We Reading? I'll see you next time.